So, hello everyone. Good evening. We are about to start. Uh, Hi, I'm Shiksha. On behalf of Roshi, I thank all of you for being here. We are super stoked to kickstart our wellness hack series today. As a new age wellness brand, we wanted to celebrate and share awareness about how to build a healthy lifestyle, different hacks on eating right, and how to consume the right diet as a part of our daily life. And that is the reason to start this series. We aim to make this a weekly series of talks from the top dietitians, nutritionists, and doctors in the country. Today, we are ecstatic to welcome Ms. Sonal Dhanuka Sureka and Ms. Prerna Solanki, both of them who are clinical dietitians by
Shiksha, I
profession.
think your voice is echoing.
Just 1 minute. Yeah, is it better right now?
I think it was better earlier as well. I think the voice is clear.
Yeah. Are the slides visible? Oh. So, yeah. Today, we are ecstatic to welcome Ms. Sonal Dhanuka Sareka and Ms. Prerna Solanki, both of them who are clinical dietitians by profession and are co-founders of Nutridiction. They hold a master's degree in dietetics and applied nutrition from Manipal University. They are registered with Indian Dietetic Association, are certified bariatric nutritionists, and have been trained in hospitals like Dr. L.H. Hiranandani Hospital, Mumbai, and Calcutta Medical Research Institute, and have also worked as a dietitian for Integrated Child Development Scheme, Kolkata. They have been presented with various awards at national levels, including one at the annual National Conference of Indian Dietetic Association. We are so excited to host you and look forward to learning from both of you. Before we start, some quick housekeeping announcements. If you face any audio issues from your end, please try leaving the meeting and joining back. Secondly, please drop all your questions in the chat. We'll take it towards the end. Wishing you a great experience ahead. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for introducing us and giving us this platform to actually spread more knowledge about nutrition. And I think we'll start with a presentation. I hope everyone is very active and they are well awake during the presentation. I'm sure it won't be very boring and too much information. There will be interesting takeaways which will be there at the end. I'm sure it would be easy to continue with a more healthy lifestyle and include that in your daily routine. So I think we'll start with the presentation. I cannot see the screen behind.
Is it visible right now?
I don't know. I'm unable to see the screen. I can just see our images in the front.
I think I'll just print the screen.
His funnel is it visible now? I think we all can see it.
Not visible on my side. Just give me a second.
So otherwise, what I'll do is I'll just WhatsApp the presentation to you.
Yeah, I have opened the presentation on my phone, so that would be fine with me. Okay. So I hope everyone knows what's the topic for the webinar. So we'll be talking about work from home. What are the difficulties? What are the nutrition difficulties which we are facing when we are working from home? So we'll be talking about few takeaways, which we'll just brief up or summarize at the end of the presentation. So if you can see on the screen, there are 6 giveaway points which will be there. So stay tuned during the webinar so that you have these 6 powerful takeaways during the end of the webinar, and you can include that in your day-to-day lifestyle. So we move on to the next slide. Yeah, so why are we basically facing these challenges during work from home? So I think it's been more than a year we've been working from home. We are attending our college and school classes from home, and there has been a lot of difficulties when we say coming to food. We have been only living a very sedentary lifestyle. We've just been sitting in one position while we are working or attending classes. There is no physical activity, munching on unhealthy snacks. So it has been a really difficult, and it has actually taken a toll on our health, and it has actually impacted our health. And when we say what are the common problems which we face is back issues, we feel more lethargic, we feel that there is poor concentration when we are working or studying. So these are the very common problems. But when we relate it to nutrition, then we come to know that, basically you are deficient in certain nutrients. Like we talk about iron, we talk about vitamin D, we talk about vitamin B12. So these are the common nutrients which we've seen nowadays that people are deficient of because of working from home. And we have seen impaired lipid profile. When we say impaired lipid profile, means the cholesterol levels are increasing, the HDL, LDL, which we say good fats and bad fats, are going up and down, and the levels are not up to the mark. Why? It is because of sedentary lifestyle. Again, unhealthy eating, snacking on unhealthy food, more of sugary products, more of packaged and processed foods, which we are seeing nowadays. Whenever we want to, nowadays everything is online. So if we want to order anything, it's either Big Basket, Amazon, Dunzo, or anything. So whatever we are ordering more of unhealthy snacks, processed foods, packaged foods. And what we are doing, we are ordering more in quantity also. That we've seen the behavior which we've seen of the audience. They are ordering, they must feel that, what are the foods which might not be available next time. So let's just order 2-3 packets one at a time. But it is also getting consumed also together at the time. That also we are not focusing on. So that is one of the issues. Then insulin resistance we've seen in patients, like they are becoming diabetes, or they are becoming at the pre-diabetic stage because consumption of a lot of sugary products and cakes, chocolates, and a lot of baking which is happening at home. So these are the common problems which we have noticed. Now, when we get into intricate details of nutrient deficiencies, we talk about iron, vitamin D, and B12. These are the common 3 deficiencies which we have noticed. Next slide. So yeah, as I already told, sedentary lifestyle, no physical activity, sitting in one position has actually led to obesity. So this is one of the very common problem which we've seen in work from home. Second. Iron deficiency. As I was talking about iron deficiency, these are very prominent in people who are not taking their green veggies in the appropriate amount or in the right quantity. And we've seen this generally in the teenage group or adolescents or people, especially women. We've seen that iron deficiency anemia is occurring. So it is very important that you take your iron in good quantity. So when we talk about iron, we get it in from green leafy vegetables, nuts, then we get it from fortified grains and products. And if you are non-vegetarian, then from lean meat, seafood. So these are the very good sources of iron. And what you can do, if you don't want to include green veggies as veggie form, you can include as shakes or maybe smoothies, or maybe in some kind of preparation, like you can make a spinach wrap kind of a thing. So not having just spinach as a whole, you can try different recipes and include this in your daily diet. And we've also seen that vegetarian sources like quinoa, pumpkin seeds, leafy greens, these are also very good sources of iron. So you can make a quinoa porridge or a quinoa upma. Pumpkin seeds, roasted pumpkin seeds, 1 teaspoon every day can boost your iron levels. Then we've noticed halum seeds is one of the very good sources of iron. So that also you can include in your daily diet. And when you pair vitamin C with iron, it gives you maximum absorption. So if you are having any iron rich food, even if you're having pumpkin or spinach or anything, don't forget to add vitamin C, which by I mean adding any citrus fruit to it, maybe lemon or orange to it, so that you optimize the absorption capacity of that particular nutrient. Okay. When we talk about vitamin D, so vitamin D is very lacking. It's lacking in people because nowadays we are not stepping out, and the best source of vitamin D is sunlight. So when we are working from home, and right now since the situation is still better, we are going out. But earlier when there was complete lockdown, we were not even stepping out. So the very best source of vitamin D was sunlight, which we were not getting. So, but there are other foods, especially vitamin D is present in non-vegetarian foods like seafood, chicken, eggs. But if you're a vegetarian, you can definitely include alternatively mushrooms in your diet, or maybe you can include fortified butter with vitamin D, or maybe soy milk. So these are the good sources which you can include in your diet. And for the maximum, again, for the maximum absorption of vitamin D, you need calcium. So when you're taking any vitamin D food, you need to take calcium along with it. So for example, if you're taking a glass of milk, then after that, maybe for lunch, you can have a mushroom toast or a mushroom wrap, anything. So including these combinations is great. Next slide. Yeah. So why vitamin B12 is very important for your body? It actually helps in making your RBCs. And generally we say that, you know, most of the vegetarians, like 99% of vegetarians are B12 deficient. It is because only it is found in most of the non-veg products like fish, meat, but there is a very minimal amount of B12 which is present in milk and milk products, but very minimal. So generally we say either you take a B12 supplement or you take a B12 shot over a period of time so that you boost up that energy. And generally we see people saying, you know, they feel lethargic, confused, low in concentration. So the main deficient nutrient which is there in their body is vitamin B12. So do generally check up with your vitamin B12 every 6 months, which will help in actually overcome these problems. Next slide.
Okay, I'll take it up from here. Firstly, thank you, Siksha, for the introduction, and thank you, Sonal, for discussing about the important vitamins and minerals. And as Sonal said already about the important vitamins and minerals, that is very important. Apart from that, in our daily routine, it is very important that you focus a little bit more on protein because especially during it seemed simple when we were working out, that when we used to give some suggestions and people used to have this ideology that working from home would make things simpler to include certain good food in the diet, but the opposite has been seen. It is because of the change in the lifestyle, the diet pattern is not so good, even in spite of staying at home when we have things available in front of us. So it is very important for you to focus on protein, and by protein we mean the good quality protein. By good quality protein, we basically refer to protein that is easily absorbed in your body. So when you have these proteins, your body recognizes this protein well and is utilized for carrying out the functions really well. So you can include like good quality protein like milk and milk products, which includes like milk, paneer, chena, or curd, or you can, if you're a non-vegetarian, you can catch hold of some eggs or chicken or fish. And if you're having chicken every day, then we usually suggest that you should be preferring the breast part more frequently as compared to any other part of the chicken. And how you should be taking the protein in a day, basically try to include some good quality protein in each of your major meals. So for breakfast, you can include like a glass of milk. For lunch, maybe you can include some paneer in your vegetable preparation. And for dinner, maybe you can include a cup of curd, or vice versa. That's how you should be breaking up the protein intake for the entire day. Next. Can we move on to the next slide? Yes. So coming to the good fats and vitamin D, as Sonal said that for vitamin D, you should be having calcium. Apart from that, it is also very important that you have some good quality fat in your diet. And people during this complete, year of COVID, that is 2020 and 21, we have seen that people have started resorting to a habit of not including oil at all, because overweight and obesity is something very frequently seen amongst people because of this lifestyle. And people have been avoiding fat, but then that should not be done, because fat is a really essential nutrient required in your body. If you don't have enough fat in your body, your vitamins will not be absorbed, and especially the vitamin D, and focusing on vitamin D because we have seen a deficiency ratio increasing during these times. So you should be including little amount of fat in your diet. You can include vegetable oil like mustard oil, sunflower oil, which can be used for cooking, and you can use olive oil, which can be added to your salads or just sauteing your vegetables. Nuts also give you a really good source of good fats, omega-3, which is really essential for your body. It will help to remove any kind of pain in your body. And as initially mentioned about the seeds, so you can include like some handful of pumpkin seeds or maybe flax seeds, which is also going to give you a very good quality fat in your diet. Next. Yes, fiber. So this is a very important topic that we had to cover, because of staying at home, there is less of movement. We are sitting for hours and working on our laptops or doing the other work, and the movement is really restricted because of the current schedule, and because of which the digestion is absolutely on toll, and indigestion issues, gastric problem, constipation, and chest burn, and a lot of issues are coming up because of this lifestyle. And fiber is a nutrient that can actually help to combat these problems, and it's so simple to include this in your diet. You just have to focus a little bit on the raw fruits and vegetables. Ensure that you take enough water every day, because like this is also very common. Like people are saying that I'm having a cup of raw vegetables or a cup of raw fruits every day, but in spite of that, I'm facing issues of constipation. It is because you're not giving enough water for that fiber to move in your body. So you have to maintain minimum 2 to 2.5 liters of water intake. And along with that, you need to split the fiber in your meals and take it. So it's a very good way of including fiber is like you can just mix some oats with your chapati dough. Very simple. All of us are in Indian household, every day we are having chapati. So just mix some oats with your wheat flour, and it will just give you a boost of fiber. You can have like a vegetable smoothie or a vegetable soup or raw fruits and vegetables, but make sure if you're having vegetable smoothies, you don't have to strain it. You can peel the vegetable and blend it. There is no need of straining it, or you can have the raw salads. And again, these vegetable smoothies can be a really good pre-workout drink. So if you're going for a walk or your gym or yoga, you can easily grab a glass of vegetable smoothie, which can be a very good pre-workout drink. Next. Hand guide, yes. So this is a very important thing that we need to focus on. And at the end, when we are giving you those giveaway tips, this is something which will be very useful for you to understand how you should be including certain things in your plan. And this will really make it possible for you to follow the guidance that we'll be giving you at the end. So when we say protein, so for example, if it's a lunch meal, so the content of protein should be your palm size. So this is your palm, this much quantity of protein should be there on your plate. So that is the ideal amount of protein. And by protein, we would mean it should either be a cup of curd, or it could be some pulse like kidney beans or your chola or any other pulse, or it could be paneer. Preferably, I would suggest you to include first class proteins, which would be milk and milk products, or egg or chicken. So your plate should have this much amount of protein. Vegetable quantity should be as big as size of your fist. So which is roughly about 1 to 1.5 cup of vegetables that you should be including. It could be seasonal vegetables. It could be in the form of a vegetable preparation that we usually have with the chapati, or it could be a salad, any which way, but this much amount of vegetables should be there on your plate. Then carbohydrate should be, when you keep your palm like this much should be the level of carbohydrate. So that could be your rice, or it could be 2 to 3 chapatis roughly, or any cereal product that you're taking, like it could be brown rice, or it could be your chapati 2 to 3, which is like roughly thin chapati, not very thick, not very thin. So that is the portion of cereal that should be there on your plate. And when we come to fat, so definitely we have demonstrated in terms of nuts, but then I usually suggest that nuts you should not be taking along with a meal. You should be taking it as a separate, like a mid-morning thing or an evening snack kind of a thing. But when in a plate, if you're including the fat part, it should be your size of your thumb, which means your vegetable preparations can be cooked in half teaspoon of oil, or you can add like a few drops of olive oil to your salad. So that is how a plate should look. Your lunch, breakfast, and dinner should have these portions of nutrients in your daily diet. Next. Hydration, yes. So hydration is, all of us know, this is a very common general thing. All of us know that we should be drinking enough water to hydrate yourself, because water is an essential nutrient in your body. But how much do we actually focus on? And again, connecting to the fiber part, please ensure that you take at least 2 to 2.5 liters of water every day. And this could also include your other fluids that is going in your daily diet, and it could be in the form of soup, it could be in the form of coconut water, or you can just take like a glass of water with juice of half lemon. So that is also a very good way of including a beverage and increasing the fluid intake in your diet. So that's a very good way of maintaining 2 to 2.5 liters of daily fluid intake. And apart from that, definitely green tea, black tea, these are really good way of maintaining your fluid intake. And you can definitely check out the Roshi teas that they have. They have a very wide range of teas available. And I think one of the teas that we've really liked is this Digestive Delight tea, which is a very good flavor of ginger and hibiscus. And ginger and hibiscus itself has some medicinal properties. So if you're someone who's having issues like bloating or gastric issue, so you should definitely try out this tea, because these two ingredients, when combined together, really helps in combating the problem of bloating and uneasiness and heaviness that we feel because we are restricted in the house and working all day. So you should try this tea. And apart from that, they also have a wide range of some other teas available, which definitely I think we have tried 2 to 3 of them, and we really like the taste. And apart from the taste, I think the medicinal properties of these teas are really nice, and you should definitely give a try. And like there are teas for ginger and lemon, which can be good for your cough and cold. They have chamomile and tulsi tea, which if you're someone who's very stressed out or having not having very good days, or you're having difficulty in sleeping, then a cup of chamomile tulsi tea can be taken at bedtime, and it will definitely work to induce good sleep. It will calm you down. And apart from that, if you want to strengthen your immunity, you can try their turmeric and amla tea, which will work as an immunity booster. So that is a very good way of including these ingredients in your diet. And I'm sure the notion which we used to hold, that green tea is something which is not so tasty, and not everyone was so fond of including green tea in their diet. But I'm sure with these varied flavors and varied compositions that Roshi teas have come up with, I think the notion of green tea not being so tasty will be removed. So you should definitely give a try to these teas. Next. So all these factors that I have mentioned and Sonal has mentioned, it will help you maintain your body weight. There is no one magic food that can help you lose weight or gain weight. It is about balance, and it is about how you create your lifestyle, how you take these small steps to improve your daily nutritional intake, which will definitely help to maintain your body weight and will prevent gaining unnecessary weight or fat. So I'll request Sonal to take from here.
Thank you, Prerna, for providing in so much information on nutrients and what are the nutrients which are important for our diet. I'll be talking about 5 superfoods which should be included in your daily diet and which is easily available at home, maybe just in your kitchen. You can just pick it and add to your diet very easy. One is tomatoes. I'm sure everyone has tomatoes available every day. You can add it in your salad forms, or maybe vegetable or juices or soups. So why it should be added? Tomatoes are very good with vitamin A content, with vitamin C content, and they also have vitamin C as antioxidant properties. So if you are adding this to your daily diet, it will definitely slow down and help in fighting your free radicals and, as we say, aging process, and great for skin and hair. So definitely add tomatoes to your diet. Then we talk about chia seeds. If you've heard of chia seeds, it's basically small seeds which are available. What you can do, you can add 1 tablespoon of chia seeds in 1 glass water and let it soak for around 2 to 3 hours. And just before drinking, you can squeeze in some lemon juice and maybe add salt. That's optional. So why chia seeds? It helps for weight loss. It's great for adding protein to your diet if you're a vegetarian. It's great for adding fiber to your diet if you feel constipated, if you have bloating or digestion issues. It's great. It's great for diabetics also. So you can definitely add chia seeds maybe mid-morning or post-workout as a great drink. The third superfood, which I'll be talking about, the next slide. Nuts. So when we talk about nuts, there are different kind of nuts which are available nowadays, and different kind of seeds also which are available nowadays. So walnuts, almonds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, all these seeds are very good in good fats. When we say, you need to reduce your cholesterol levels, you need to include good fats in your diet. So when we talk about good fats, we talk about nuts, we talk about omegas, we talk about seeds. So when you add these seeds to your diet, you're adding good fats to your diet. So you can add maybe 2 walnuts a day, maybe 6 or 4 soaked almonds a day. Maybe also you can add flax seeds. 1 teaspoon of flax seeds roasted can definitely add more fiber and good fats to your diet. So you can definitely include that early in the morning, or maybe as a mid-morning snack also, you can add nuts. When we talk about spinach, so as I already told that, iron is one of the very nutrient deficiencies which we've seen in people working from home. So already spoken about spinach, why you should add. It's good in iron, good in fiber, and great added with when you are adding vitamin C to it. So it's a greater combination and well absorbed in your body. Curd is a very common thing, available easily, good in calcium, good in protein, and can be, nowadays we have good breakfast bowl, so you can just drop in some combination of nuts, seeds, berries, or maybe slices of banana, apple, and a bowl of yogurt. So it can be a good breakfast option, or maybe a mid-morning snacking option also. So these were the 5 superfoods definitely you should include. Next slide, please. Yeah. When we talk about snacking, when people are working from home, which is a very difficult, option to select, people generally say, they munch on maybe chips or packaged foods. But what are the good, healthy snacking options which you can choose, and which are high in protein as well? So I'll be talking about good snacking options. One is wasabi peas, easily available, or you can make it at home also. Very different recipes available on Google and YouTube. You can easily buy some peas, roast it, bake it, season it with some natural herbs and spices, and you're great to go for your mid-morning or evening snack. Then we have seed crackers. Seed crackers are basically made with nuts, little jaggery, and seed mix. What you can do, you can just roast it all together. It's there on the next slide. You can roast it all together and just bake it, maybe in the oven, or just add like just maybe the crunchy part, you can have it in a bowl kind of a thing also. Then we have white bean avocado toast. You can boil the white beans and maybe just add it to your toast with a guacamole and some veggies, and you're great to go with your evening snack. Then we have roasted chickpeas, great with protein content, great in digestibility, great in taste, and you can also alternatively choose peanuts. So peanuts also are also a very good protein snacking option. Next slide, please. These are the different food combinations which are healthy and tasty at the same time, which you can definitely try when you're working from home or attending your school or classes. One is salads with some bit of olive oil dressing, maybe some apples and pistachios as a combination. Maybe some eggs with variety of cheese. When I'm saying cheese, I know you don't overload your egg bowl with cheese. When we are talking about healthy, we are also talking about quantity. So as Prerna had already mentioned, that portion control is very important when you are eating healthy. And then maybe some yogurt with some sliced bananas, or maybe if it is a berry season, you can also add in berries, and maybe a combination of avocado with some salsa dip or salsa sauces. So definitely all these, but when I'm talking about these ingredients, it should be prepared at home and not bought from outside, because you never know what are these ingredients and when it has been prepared, or what kind of oil is being used. So instead, you can just prepare it at home, and with minimum amount of ingredients, these recipes can be definitely tried and definitely be included in your daily diet. Next slide. Next slide, please. Yeah, these are the two different swap combinations we have chosen and we would like to show you all. So one is when you choose a healthy snacking option, instead of choosing any aloo patty or any aloo tikki or any aloo preparation, potato preparation, you can definitely swap it with oats and chena tikki, or any oats preparation. Chena, I mean cottage cheese. And you can make any, maybe an oats pancake, maybe an oats chila. So instead of choosing potato where you get only very minimal amount of micronutrients or nutrients, you can definitely swap it with oats and cottage cheese preparation, which will be high in protein and fiber at the same time. Then we have other swap which you can choose is mayonnaise over mustard dip. So that can be a great combination when you're choosing any crackers or anything. You can definitely choose mustard dip, or maybe hunkered also. So instead of mayonnaise or any cheese dip, you can choose mustard dip or a hunkered dip. Next slide. Yeah, so we summarize the whole presentation, which will be a takeaway for you all. What you all can do is include these 6 specific points, very easy to follow. One is including those superfoods, which I had already mentioned, the chia seeds, yogurt, tomatoes, spinach. Then including high quality protein, as Prerna had mentioned, that you can include good quality proteins, maybe non-vegetarian, lean meat, or maybe egg or soya, or if I think someone had mentioned about keto or something, vegan products. So you can add soya, tofu to your diet. And third point being adding, being hydrated all the time, and adding tea, as Prerna had mentioned about Roshi tea. So you can definitely add that digestive tea to your routine, and you'll be good to go. Portion control, very important when you are choosing even healthy products. You don't overdose or anything. Then eating at least one fruit a day. And fifth point, adding 1 teaspoon of flaxseed to your diet every day. That is basically adding good fats to your diet. So these are the 6 good points which you can definitely include in your diet every day. Prerna, you want to take this?
Yeah, so this is very interesting, just to make things a little exciting for you to follow the tips that Sonal just mentioned in the last slide. So try to follow the 6 steps that she told you, and make an interesting reel or story, or take some pictures of you following those 6 tips. We'll be really happy to see that. And you can always make use of the social media platform and tag Roshi Wellness page, which is the Instagram page, and tag us, which is Nutridiction 17. And we'll be very happy if you could follow these just very simple 6 tips. And I'm sure you will be able to see a difference. And whoever is the winner, I think they'll get a very exciting hamper from Roshi Teas. And we would also love to give you some gift from our side, which is not mentioned here. But I think, Sonal, we don't mind giving some reward to them if they follow our tips. We'll be more happy to do that, right?
Surely, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So next.
I think we'll take up.
Yeah, we can take up some questions and follow Nutridiction, follow Roshi Wellness, and you'll get all the interesting tea updates, the wide range of teas that they have. And so you can check their page. You can follow Nutridiction for recent nutrition updates, and we keep doing these polls and very exciting things on our page. So follow both our pages, and you'll definitely stay updated on the recent health hacks. So let's take up some questions and.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ms. Prerna and Ms. Sonal, for such a beautiful presentation and a clear clarification on the topic as well. It really was really helpful. I would definitely love to try this swabs, healthy swabs myself. So yeah, moving forward to the questions, we have compiled a list of questions that we have taken from the registration form and also from the chat right now. So first, how to pick foods that are both filling and make you feel good when you're home and working.
Okay. So basically, what you can do, it depends on what time you are feeling that hunger. So if you're feeling hungry somewhere around mid-morning, then I think a good choice would be you can just grab a fruit and maybe you can take a handful of some seeds. It will really keep you full, and it's a very good mid-morning snack. So you can do that. So it depends what time you're feeling hungry. So if it's mid-morning, definitely it has to be something light so that you don't eat something heavy and then you skip your lunch. So don't do that.
Right.
And if it's definitely a lunch or dinner hour, then you have to take your whole complete meal to fill your stomach.
So yeah, so moving forward to the next question, we have a question from Mr. Saurabh. What are good protein options for vegans? Also mentioned by Ms. Sonal. Is it true that vegan protein sources like soya, pulses, lentils are incomplete proteins as compared to animal proteins like dairy, eggs, and meat?
So when you talk about the soy protein, the soy milk, tofu, and those category of foods, it is considered to be a complete protein because it gives you, when we understand, I'm not going into the technicalities, but then complete protein is something which has a good proportion of all the essential amino acids, which we call as EAAs. And so soy protein has a good composition. So that is a complete protein. But yes, when you're talking about lentil, pulses, dal category, that is not a source of complete protein. When you're taking dal, pulses, or lentil, you have to combine it with cereal, then it becomes a complete protein.
Right.
So that's.
So the next question we have is somebody has asked, whenever I'm sad, anxious, stressed, etc., I just grab whatever I can and eat without any portion control or calorie control. How should I overcome this?
So basically, following a balanced meal would actually help. If you skip your breakfast or if you skip a particular meal, obviously at certain point of time during the day, you will feel on hogging on or munching on unhealthy snacks. So if your meals are balanced with adequate nutrition, if you have good amount of carbs, protein, micronutrients in your diet, automatically your system will send signals that you are not hungry. You will feel satisfied with whatever you've already had, and you will not go on munching on unhealthy snacks. So that conscious eating thing should always be there. If you unconsciously eat, obviously you will try eating unhealthy snacking options and foods.
So yeah, moving forward to the next question. Which is the best oil? Are coconut oil and mustard oil the best Indian oils? What about gingerly or sesame oils?
See, firstly, we do not say that you stick to a particular oil. We always say that you switch your oil every 3 months. And definitely, we do not say cooking in coconut oil, because when we say coconut oil, we have a combination of PUFA, MUFA, all these. If you see food labels, you must read all these words. So we say that coconut oils are good in saturated fats, which are not good for your lipid profile. So when I said your cholesterol levels and your good fats, so if you're preferring oil, then definitely you can choose sesame, olive oil, or other oils like mustard can be chosen, but not definitely coconut oil for cooking.
All right. We'll definitely try. Yeah. Next question we have is, I get acidity after consuming nuts and milk. Any alternative to these?
Nuts and milk together. I think there is
I
no,
think
there
separate.
cannot. Yeah, you take it. There is no logic that you should be getting acidity when you take nuts and milk together. Maybe it's the milk that is not suiting you, because for some people milk is causes
Right.
gastric issue. So maybe you can try omitting milk for some time and just check if you're feeling better, or there is some other problem in your the entire routine that you're following. There could be some other problem.
Yeah, then they should definitely contact you.
Yeah, because
Once again.
definitely there should be some other issue.
Right. So next question is, are chia seeds best consumed early morning with water after being soaked overnight?
Yes, definitely they should be soaked like for 2-3 hours. So if you're consuming it first thing in the morning, then definitely you need to soak it earlier in the night. But I would say having it as a post-workout drink or maybe a mid-morning drink would be more like it would help you, because why post-workout? Because it is high in protein. So when we say if you work out, you need to have a good protein after that so that you maximize the exercise efficiency. And also if you're having mid morning, because generally we say that do not keep a long gap before your lunch and post your breakfast, so this can be a very good mid morning drink.
Right. So yeah. So next question we have is, I have been told not to mix my fruits and vegetables and to eat fruits at least half an hour after a meal as a standalone snack. Is there any truth to that?
Yes, definitely. Why include? Because a lot of information is circulating that when you're craving for some sweet or something after your meals, maybe lunch or dinner, grab a fruit. But no, that's not a good replacement. You are already eating a full nutritious meal which has got all the nutrients, energy, and everything. And then post that again, you're taking one fruit. Why do that? So yes, it is a mid-morning snack, as a whole food. It's a better way to have fruits. And the other reason behind this is that fruit has the kind of composition and the kind of nutrients that food contain is very sensitive. And I think your body will adapt better when you give that fruit as a standalone food rather than mixing it with your heavy meals like lunch or dinner. So it's a good option, no? And it will also give you a better choice as compared to some unhealthy snack.
Right. So
So
we can
good.
have a good bowl of fruits during lunch.
Yes, yes, maybe one cup, like this big bowl of fruits, and
Yeah, as a
that
part
will
for
be a good.
lunch.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
correct.
So our Parvati has asked, are supplements okay in the long run?
Like which supplements is she talking about? Is she talking about multivitamins or is she talking about protein supplements, to be
I
very
think there's
specific?
nothing specific. Yeah, if you are here, you can rephrase the question and then we can address it, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Moving forward to the next question, how to stop late night and afternoon cravings?
Again, I think the answer would be balanced, nutritious meal following the entire day so that you don't feel hungry or you don't go on eating unhealthy snacks or packaged foods.
Correct.
Right.
And I think all of us do have these cravings. Even we do have when we are sitting for a long time. And but you yourself will notice it. If you're having the meals correctly in the correct proportion, you will not feel hungry. And it's the mind that is playing with you. It's not your stomach. It's not the hunger. It's your mind that's playing with you. So you need to train your mind.
Right, right. So yeah, the next question we have is dietary guidelines and some diet inputs in sedentary life at old age. You suggest some?
Okay, Sonal, you'll take this up, or shall I take it?
Yeah, I'll take this up. So basically, a diet for sedentary life or old age would obviously be very different to a adult dietary pattern. Why? Because obviously their physical activity is very less. Their absorption capability reduces to very low levels, and obviously there are problems like chewing and problem in eating. So obviously they have a very limited calorie intake. Too much protein cannot be given in their diet because obviously absorption capacity is reduced. Too much nutrient rich diet also cannot be given. So it is very specific to individual. So if we talk about, and since in old age we see there are so many comorbidities also, like diabetes, hypertension, so many problems. So it basically caters from individual to individual with individual problems, their height, their current weight, their physical activity level. So there cannot be a complete like a demo diet kind of a thing. It will basically differ from person to person.
Right. Definitely. So yeah, talking about supplements that Ms. Parvati had asked, it is basically supplements that typically vegans have to take, like maybe vitamin B12. Is it okay to take vitamins in pill form for a long time?
No, I think, and you should not be popping on pills thinking that it will help to meet your nutrient requirement. A pill will be suggested by your doctor or your dietitian if it is needed for you. It cannot be a way of life. It definitely cannot be a way of life.
Right. So coming to the last two questions, what is a good alternative to dahi as a source of probiotics for vegans? Is there any direct alternative?
You can take vegan curd, easily available. Or you can, the logic of taking probiotics is to feed the healthy bacteria that is there in your gut, which does a lot of functions, maybe digestion, reducing bloating, absorption of nutrients. So the logic of taking probiotics is to give healthy food to that good bacteria in your stomach. So if you cannot take curd, you can take vegan curd, you can take prebiotics, which also do the same job. And the prebiotic example would be oats, garlic, some seeds. So these also help to feed the bacteria. So the problem will be solved if you take that.
Right. So the last question we have is, how do we not cheat ourselves or avoid giving excuses for our physical act or exercise? Honestly, this is very relatable. I mean, yeah, we tend to often avoid or give excuses so that we need some push or something for doing some physical activity.
See, being more active nowadays, I'm sure with the COVID situation, we have become more aware that why physical fitness, why staying healthy is very important. We have seen so many patients who were actually fit and healthy. They have recovered from this particular disease more faster. Why? Because they were healthy, they were staying active, the nutrient levels were optimum. And people who were unhealthy with comorbidities, they did not recover much faster, or they had more problems, more respiratory issues. People became more diabetic. So
Right.
obviously, seeing the generation nowadays, it is very important that we spread this message that, see, even eating outside once in a while is definitely fine. We do go out, we do party, we do go for meetings, or hang around with friends and everything, but you see how to create a balance. So that's very important. Once in a while eating outside is fine, but the rest of the 6 days which you are following should be included with good nutrients, hydration, all the points which we have mentioned. I think it summarizes the whole
Right.
presentation which we have presented. So that's the thing.
So thank you so much, Ms. Sonal and Ms. Prerna. It was lovely interacting with you both. Thank you so much for being here and helping our audience. Yeah, should we wind this up?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think the audience has been really patient and a good listener to our presentation. I'm sure we will get back to hear something interesting from all the participants, including you. As you said, you would definitely try those 6 hacks. And
Definitely.
let's see, we'll see more interaction on both our pages so that we get to see that people have actually listened to what we said today.
Yes, and
Thank
very
you so much.
easy and helpful tips. So definitely you can include in your daily diet very easily. Nothing very fancy, nothing not practical. So easily you can follow, and definitely let us know what do you have or what have you followed or what are your viewpoints. Definitely you can reach out to us or Roshi Tees.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, audience, for being a patient listener.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Stay
Thank you.
safe.
Have a great day.
Bye.